Мы начнем буквально через минуту-другую. Как правило, люди задерживаются, и не будем долго ждать, может быть, ну вот, еще пару минут буквально. Можно пока взять себе кофе на кухне, либо чай, либо просто водички, вот как у меня. Еще буквально минуту, и мы начнем. Да, 25 человек уже меня слышат, 30 больше. Отлично, отлично. Пытаемся здесь предотвратить технические всякие сбои. Ага, супер, слышно, отлично, хорошо. Буквально еще 3 слова о том, что вас сегодня ждет или что нас сегодня ждет. Меня зовут Женя Бакин, я преподаватель английского языка и тренер преподавателей. И сегодня мы будем говорить о ЕГЭ, первая часть listening, и даже о первом задании, которое будет в этой части аудирования. И мы начнем потихонечку, будет достаточно много практики. Я совершенно не представляю, какого уровня здесь собрались участники. Я понимаю, что здесь есть и выпускники 11 класса, а также кто-то из преподавателей зашел посмотреть, что и как, потому что есть интерес. Но сегодня я в основном ориентируюсь непосредственно на задания, и мы попробуем прорешать 2 или 3 задания с разной степенью, с разной скоростью, плюс обсудим какие-то стратегии и в конечном счете, доберемся до общих рекомендаций. Здесь все вместе занятие должно занять, не более, наверное, 45 минут, поэтому я думаю, что где-то без 10:05 вы точно освободитесь. Если вот это люди, которые смотрят сейчас онлайн в Zoom, то прекрасно. Пожалуйста, реагируйте в чате, я буду просматривать чат и также задавать там вопросы. Если же речь идет о каком-то просмотре записи, если вы смотрите нас на YouTube уже не вживую, а в записи, тогда смотрите, что отвечали другие, и перематывайте вперед, если становится скучно. А так, поехали. Okay. So once again, my name is Jen, and I'm a teacher and teacher trainer, and this is Zoom class on ЕГЭ preparation. And a couple of rules which you might want to consider. First, put your mobiles away. You don't need them for now, unless you are watching this Zoom conference in your mobile phone. At this time, this might be distracting, okay? Close your messenger tabs in browser. Otherwise, you might be distracted as well, and there might be some beeping sounds. So stay focused for 40 minutes. It might be quite complicated, but I think that you can handle it. 40 minutes of concentration for you today. And finally, if you have a question, ask me in the chat box right away. I will see it, I'll read it, and I'll address it as soon as I can. Okay, so these are three main rules. Before we start, actually, and we go through ЕГЭ, in the chat box, can you let me know, have you practiced ЕГЭ? Have you already done some preparation? Just yes or no. Have you done some preparation? In the chat box, please. Thanks. Yes, okay. Okay, some of you have, some of you have not. If you have, this will be all had for you. Excuse me. So you just stay tuned. You might hear some news. If you have not, so I'll be trying to explain you all the ropes as soon as quick as I can. Okay, great. Let's move on. So ЕГЭ has quite a few parts. There are 5 parts, and we start talking about listening today. And if you think about listening, there are 3 subparts. And the first one you should know probably by now. This will give you 6 points, and it's listening for general understanding, and that's what we're doing today. And it's just general understanding, listening, and seeing what it is not, and it is supposed to be the easiest one. So today we're taking the easiest one. There are 2 more parts actually in the listening section. The second part, another part would be true, false, not stated, which might be a bit more problematic than the first one, and it will bring you 7 points because it has 7 questions, and you need to answer the questions yes, no, not given, true, false, not stated. And also there is the third part, which is answering questions, and this is multiple choice. You have a question, and then you have 3 answers, and you need to pick one answer. And this is believed to be the most difficult part for participants. Altogether, the listening part takes 30 minutes. Altogether, it's 30 minutes, all three parts. The first part is pretty quick. It's about 7 minutes with all introductions, when the listening part is about 2 minutes. So it's not that big, but you can earn 6 points, and it's the easiest part. So I think a good idea would be to practice the first one to make sure you get the 6 points for sure, because you want to excel. And of course, maximum number of points you can get for your listening, as well as reading or speaking or grammar or writing, is 20. So it is 20% of your total score for your ЕГЭ examination. Okay, so let's take a look. We'll start talking about pads, and in your chat box, have you got any pads? If yes, could you name a few pads you've got? Have you got a snake, maybe a spider? No. Oh, cat Kira. Yes. A cat. Good. A cat. I actually have a cat myself. Her name is Kusa, because he likes to bite, and she's a young cat. Okay. Cat. Yes. Pusha. Ah, interesting. Yes. Tisha, Pusha, a dog. No pets. Good. Fantastic. Okay. Take 20 seconds and in the chat box, write down 5 different pets you might know. Of course, cats and dogs, it's super easy. What other pets you might have at home, people might have at home? What would be other options in the chat box? Okay, horse. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Okay, if you're writing and reading, you're doing great. Yeah. Guinea pig, yes. Hamster, monkey. Yes, Ivan, everyone knows you are a big fan of. Yes. Spider, fish, parrots. Fantastic. Okay. You will hear some people talking about their pets, and they will be actually giving some detail. I'm not sure they're going to be talking about raccoons or T-Rexes, probably not. But some pets, actually, yes, you have mentioned. So listen, and while listening, try to understand as much as you can. Okay, you will hear this only one time for now. Here it comes, the first speaker.
Now we're ready to start.
Yes.
Speaker A.
I come from a family where having pets has always been natural. We live on a farm, so of course we have cats and dogs. From time to time, we rescue baby birds that fall out of their nests, and some of them never want to leave. All the children in our family learn to ride on ponies before they transfer to horses. I guess those ponies and horses could also be called pets. I'm not even talking about all the frogs and bugs and worms that kids adopt to be their pets. Our home is practically a zoo.
Speaker B.
Okay. Now, you've heard this, and you've heard different pet names and the speaker's attitude towards animals and pets. Is it positive or is it negative? What do you think? Let me know in the chat box. Yeah, clearly. Yes. Okay, so it's positive. I will play this little piece. This is just half a minute, 30 seconds for you. One more time, and as soon as I finish, I want you to give me the main idea. What would be the main idea for this speaker? Okay, just write down one sentence, the main idea.
Having pets has always been natural. We live on a farm, so of course we have cats and dogs. From time to time, we rescue baby birds that fall out of their nests, and some of them never want to leave. All the children in our family learn to ride on ponies before they transfer to horses. I guess those ponies and horses could also be called pets. I'm not even talking about all the frogs and bugs and worms that kids adopt to be their pets. Our home is practically a zoo.
Speaker B.
I've always
In the chat box, one sentence. What's the main idea? What's the general idea of this little piece of text you've heard? Pets on the farm, this is not a sentence. This is just a phrase. Okay, here's the real zoo. Having pets is always natural. Good point. Pets are not only cats and dogs mentioned, but not the main idea. It's natural to have a pet. Yeah, yes. Having domestic animals is good and natural. Okay. Speaker A is familiar with having lots of pets, from cats to horses. Okay. A lot of experience. Fantastic, great. Keep this in mind. We'll move on to Speaker B. And what is this? What does Speaker B talk about? What is she talking about? Okay, what is her position? And it will be different.
to have a pet.
Kids adopt to be their pets. Our home is practically a zoo.
Speaker B.
Here we go.
I've always wanted to have a pet, preferably a dog, although a cat, a turtle, or a bunny would also do. I wouldn't mind a bird either. But everyone in my family is allergic to animals. This is so sad. The closest to a pet I've ever had were sea monkeys. I bet you've never even heard of them. They are tiny sea animals, a kind of shrimp that you can hardly see, that were created by scientists for some space project. When I grow up and live on my own, nobody will stop me from having pets.
Okay, positive or negative attitude, the general idea, the general message. Is it positive or negative? Is she sad or is she happy? In this way. She's sad. Yes, negative. Yes. Her attitude to animals is positive. She likes animals, but yeah, she is upset. She is sad. Okay. Right. Okay, so general attitude is more negative. So her feelings are hurt. Okay, good. Now I will play it one more time. While I'm playing this, type up in the chat box what is the main message here. Okay.
Bugs and worms.
I've always wanted to have a pet, preferably a dog, although a cat, a turtle, or a bunny would also do. I wouldn't mind a bird either. But everyone in my family is allergic to animals. This is so sad. The closest to a pet I've ever had were sea monkeys. I bet you've never even heard of them. They are tiny sea animals, a kind of shrimp that you can hardly see, that were created by scientists for some space project. When I grow up and live on my own, nobody will stop me from having pets.
In the chat box, what's the main message? She's sad, but what's her message? Yeah. Yeah, it's impossible to have pets. She cannot. Okay, she's always wants to have a pet, and she feels sad. Yes, she's not allowed to have any pets because of different circumstances. Yes. Okay, not possible for her to have pets. She wants a pet. Yeah, she wants. Yes, but her parents cannot afford it for different reasons. Allergic, impossible. Yes, Kirill. Yeah, never had a real pet, just the seahorse. Yeah. Sea monkeys. Yeah. Okay, lovely. We'll move on. We'll do the same a little bit quicker with the third speaker. Okay. So speaker C, positive or negative? Positive or negative?
Speaker C.
I'm convinced that having pets is a must when you have children. I cannot even imagine myself in my childhood without a dog for a friend. I can also see how good it is for my children. Having pets teaches them love and friendship and responsibility. No matter how tired you are, you have to wake up early and walk your dog. You have to give them food and water, even if you're not hungry yourself. It's the best school of life skills one could ever imagine.
Speaker D.
Positive or negative, generally speaking? Positive or negative? Yeah. Positive. Why positive? Give me a few reasons for this. Which words made you think that this is positive? This is correct, but why positive? Why do you think it is? A must. Any other words? Yeah, must have pets. Yes. Best for school of life. Exactly. Good school. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay, great. I will play this track again for you one more time. Write down the chat box. What's the main message?
Cannot even imagine myself in my
Grow up and live on my own. Nobody will stop me from having pets.
Here it comes.
Speaker C.
Speaker C.
I'm convinced that having pets is a must when you have children. I cannot even imagine myself in my childhood without a dog for a friend. I can also see how good it is for my children. Having pets teaches them love and friendship and responsibility. No matter how tired you are, you have to wake up early and walk your dog. You have to give them food and water, even if you're not hungry yourself. It's the best school of life skills one could ever imagine.
Just one sentence. What's the main message? What's the main idea? And it should be positive. Yeah, it teaches responsibility. Having pets is good for children. Having pets is the best school of life. Okay, pets teach children responsibility, to love. How to teach yourself, get a pet. Teach yourself what? I'm just curious. What can you teach yourself with a pet? Having pets, okay, it's a must to have a pet. Best school of life, the best school of life. Good. Yes, you got it. Correct. Okay, move on. Speaker ABCD, positive or negative?
Speaker D.
Positive or negative?
Having pets is great, I guess. There's always someone to talk to, someone to hug, but it is so inconvenient. You always need to keep in mind their needs, special food to buy, be home in time to walk your dog, wake up early in the morning, taking them to the vet. But the worst thing is vacation time. What do you do with your pet when you travel? It's hard to find friends that would temporarily adopt your pet, and putting a pet in a special pet hotel is too stressful for the animal.
Positive or negative, and why? Give me at least 2 words or 2 phrases from the listening, from the recording, why you think it's negative. Okay. Which words made you think it's negative? Write it down in the chat box. Stressful. Can you write down 2 words? 1 word is stress or stressful, and anything else? Difficult. Okay. Intonation. Yes. Impossible to travel. Inconvenient. Correct. Takes time to take care about a pet. Yes. Okay, you're doing very well. I will play this recording one more time for you, this little bit, and this time while listening, make the 1 sentence and put it in the chat box.
life skills one could ever imagine.
Speaker D.
Here it goes.
Having pets is great, I guess. There's always someone to talk to, someone to hug, but it is so inconvenient. You always need to keep in mind their needs, special food to buy, be home in time to walk your dog, wake up early in the morning, taking them to the vet. But the worst thing is vacation time. What do you do with your pet when you travel? It's hard to find friends that would temporarily adopt your pet, and putting a pet in a special pet hotel is too stressful for the animal.
Just 1 sentence. Kirill, yeah, sounds like fun, but not at YG level. There are any special needs. Yeah, go to the vet. Irina, try to write a sentence. What's the main idea? Okay, it's inconvenience is a sentence, but it's a very short one. Could you make it a bit longer, Artem, if you could? Having pets causes many difficulties. Makes sense. Okay. Having pets leads to lots of problems. Okay. Okay. It's very inconvenient and hard to have a pet. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Let's move on. Next time I play the recording is going to be number 5, recording D, positive and negative, and why. While answering why, you clearly can see if it's positive or negative. Just write down 2 or 3 phrases actually from the listening, not your interpretation, but which words helped you to understand that the attitude is either positive, generally speaking, or negative.
Speaker E.
Okay, call me lame, call me antisocial, call me a freak if you like, but I don't have any human friends. The only friend that I have is my dog, Toby. I don't know why I'm not popular at school. Maybe because I'm so big and fat. Maybe because I don't like team games. Maybe because I like classical music. I've never been able to make any friends except for Toby. Toby never lets me down. He doesn't care what I look like, and he enjoys the same things as I do. He's always around for me. So there.
Positive, negative, sad, or optimistic, and then why. 2 or 3 phrases. If you know 3, write down 3 phrases, okay? The task is not to give a sentence, but actually to write down phrases which you've heard. This is the task. Okay, positive, yeah, positive, but about, okay, okay. And now her dog is only friends, okay. Now, we'll do it again, and we'll do it again with the last one in a second. The task is not to give general idea now, for now, because you can clearly get it, but give me evidence, give me some words which you've heard, which make this answer either positive or negative, either sad or happy, okay? Fat, big, classical music, okay. A dog never lets you down, okay. Positive but happy and sad, okay, okay. I will play it one more time. What's the main message of this piece of listening, of this piece of text? One more time, listen.
The only friend that I have is my
dog. Wake up early in the morning. It's hard to find friends that would temporarily adopt your pet.
Here it comes.
And putting a pet in a special pet hotel is too stressful for the animal.
Here it goes.
Speaker E.
Okay, call me lame, call me antisocial, call me a freak if you like, but I don't have any human friends. The only friend that I have is my dog, Toby. I don't know why I'm not popular at school. Maybe because I'm so big and fat. Maybe because I don't like team games. Maybe because I like classical music. I've never been able to make any friends except for Toby. Toby never lets me down. He doesn't care what I look like, and he enjoys the same things as I do. He's always around for me. So there.
What's the main message? What's the main idea? Is not popular at school. This is not the main message. This is some evidence, but this is not the main message. This is okay. Her dog is her best friend. Pet might be a best friend. Yes, yes. Or the best friends. Okay. She's sad because she doesn't have friends. Okay, okay. Okay. Now a quick question. This girl, she talks a lot about herself. But the question, is it about, what general idea is about her, or is it about her and pets? I believe it's about pets, and you can clearly see that since we started talking about pets, all topics are about pets. So general idea here cannot be about just the girl. For example, she's not a very popular student at school. Okay, this is in the listening, but this is not the main message, because the main message should be about the main topic. And the main topic, we know by far, it's about pets, because all the recordings are on the same topic, all about pets, okay? It's all about girl mostly, Tatiana, you're right, but it should be connected to the main subject and the main topic, and it's about pets. Okay. The last one for today, the last one in detail, and this is gonna be the last one. Again, the task, carefully. The general meaning, is it positive, negative, is it happy, or is it unhappy, sad? And write down 2, at least, or better, 3 phrases from the listening part which make you think so. It's not your understanding and your interpretation, but which words, actually words mentioned in the monologue, let you think that this is either positive or negative, either happy or unhappy. The last one.
Speaker F.
I think before you get a pet, you have to think how happy you can make the animal. I truly believe that for some animals, being a pet is not much better than living in a prison. I don't understand why people would buy a huge dog if they live in a tiny apartment in a big city, especially if they work from morning till night. The poor animals are bored the whole day and don't get enough exercise. Shouldn't life quality matter to them as well?
You have
Generally speaking, positive or negative, the message, is it positive or negative? And you can say here, and then why, 2 or 3 reasons. Oh, come on, people. I know that you can understand, but also the task is to write down positive and negative and 3 words from the recording. And 3 words, not just 1 word, which is prison or bored. Okay, Sveta, yes. Prison about work, bored animals. Well done. Negative. Pets are prisoners. This is 1 message. Should be 2 more. Big dog, tiny apartment. Correct. Sad. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. What I'm going to do now, I will show you actually the test tasks. And you need to match the speaker A, B, C, D, E, F, with one of the sentences which you see now on the screen. There are 6 speakers, there are 7 sentences, which means one of this should be left out. So there is an extra question, and I will play the recording 1 time only, from the very beginning to the very end, to refresh you. You should know the answers right away. You can type them up, but when typing them up in the chat box, make sure you type them all in one go. So don't write A, for example, 1, B, 2, and then different lines. Everything should go in one go, okay? Here it comes. The listening, the same thing.
Now we're ready to start.
Here we go. Find answers.
Speaker A.
I come from a family where having pets has always been natural. We live on a farm, so of course we have cats and dogs. From time to time, we rescue baby birds that fall out of their nests, and some of them never want to leave. All the children in our family learn to ride on ponies before they transfer to horses. I guess those ponies and horses could also be called pets. I'm not even talking about all the frogs and bugs and worms that kids adopt to be their pets. Our home is practically a zoo.
Speaker B.
I've always wanted to have a pet, preferably a dog, although a cat, a turtle, or a bunny would also do. I wouldn't mind a bird either, but everyone in my family is allergic to animals. This is so sad. The closest to a pet I've ever had were sea monkeys. I bet you've never even heard of them. They are tiny sea animals, a kind of shrimp that you can hardly see, that were created by scientists for some space project. When I grow up and live on my own, nobody will stop me from having pets.
Speaker C.
I'm convinced that having pets is a must when you have children. I cannot even imagine myself in my childhood without a dog for a friend. I can also see how good it is for my children. Having pets teaches them love and friendship and responsibility. No matter how tired you are, you have to wake up early and walk your dog. You have to give them food and water, even if you are not hungry yourself. It's the best school of life skills one could ever imagine.
Speaker D.
Having pets is great, I guess. There's always someone to talk to, someone to hug, but it is so inconvenient. You always need to keep in mind their needs, special food to buy, be home in time to walk your dog, wake up early in the morning, taking them to the vet. But the worst thing is vacation time. What do you do with your pet when you travel? It's hard to find friends that would temporarily adopt your pet, and putting a pet in a special pet hotel is too stressful for the animal.
Speaker E.
Okay, call me lame, call me antisocial, call me a freak if you like, but I don't have any human friends. The only friend that I have is my dog Toby. I don't know why I'm not popular at school. Maybe because I'm so big and fat. Maybe because I don't like team games. Maybe because I like classical music. I've never been able to make any friends except for Toby. Toby never lets me down. He doesn't care what I look like, and he enjoys the same things as I do. He's always around for me. So there.
Speaker F.
I think before you get a pet, you have to think how happy you can make the animal. I truly believe that for some animals, being a pet is not much better than living in a prison. I don't understand why people would buy a huge dog if they live in a tiny apartment in a big city, especially if they work from morning till night. The poor animals are bored the whole day and don't get enough exercise. Shouldn't life quality matter to them as well?
Please put your answers in the chat box. A number, B number, C number, D number, E, F. Okay, 6 letters, 6 numbers. 20 seconds. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, doing very well. Sorry about your is it singing lesson? Okay, thank you, Milena. Yeah. Okay, I will show you the answers. Here they come. But before I do that, some of you know, and many of you know, but not all of you, YEGA listening looks like this. YEGA listening task looks like this. There is a script, and it's in Russian. Then they give you 7 options. You have seen them, and they give you the, and then you have the answer sheets, and you need to write down actually the answer, and you need to put your number into the box, and then transfer it to the answer sheet. Okay, and if you think about it, there are a few parts here actually, and the answers here for us would be. Let me show you. Where's my whiteboard? I'm looking for a whiteboard. Here it comes. I hope. Interesting. Well, you were right with your answers, and by some reason I cannot find whiteboard in Zoom now. Maybe it's just there is a glitch in the system. But the answers would be, as you have said, 4, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3. So if you have it in the chat box, it means it's correct. I understand that not all of you had an opportunity to finish it on time, and what you could probably do if you are struggling, because for many of you it was an easy job, but if you're struggling, so this is a general procedure for you for preparation. Think about the topic. Then while listening, think about actually the main message, whether it's positive or negative, and why this is either positive or negative, and focus on special words. Actually, you have to be smart. Before the task starts, read the task and takes notes. This woman, she starts talking right away, and she talks for 2 minutes, and this is what she says.
Раздел 1. Аудирование. Сейчас вы будете выполнять задание по аудированию. Каждый текст прозвучит 2 раза.
Okay, and she keeps going for 2 minutes non-stop, and this is the same information, nothing new. So if you're prepared, if you know, you have 2 extra minutes to read the task and actually write down your ideas, take notes, okay? It is very important. They give you time, they give you 20 seconds to look through, but 20 seconds is not enough for 7 different sentences, but actually you have not 20 seconds, but you have 2 minutes. During the task, decide whether it's positive or negative and make notes immediately. You can do it on a piece of paper, you can do it on the answer sheet, no problem at all. And use symbols, question mark, or asterisk, or X, or Y, or Z, whatever, but be active, because when re-listening, you can come back and you can actually test yourself and check yourself. So if you know for sure, write it down, exclamation mark, done. If you don't know, put a question mark. Okay, I have doubts. Let's see, let's listen what else is coming. And actually after the recording, read again and be quick in your reading. Because sometimes it's important to come back, reread, correct yourself. It is supposed to be a very simple task, and this will be a very sad situation if you make a mistake there. I think everybody who speaks English just a little bit can complete the task. It's not very problematic, okay? Let's practice. Before we finish, we have about 3 minutes of practice, and these are the 7 questions you will see, the 7 sentences. Take a look. You have maybe half a minute to look through. This will be a difficult one. It's about music, classical music as well. Here it comes.
Раздел 1. Аудирование. Сейчас вы будете выполнять задание по аудированию. Каждый текст прозвучит 2 раза. После первого и второго прослушивания у вас будет время для выполнения и проверки заданий.
I will play 1 time for you only, just 1 time for our educational purposes. And this is the last task for today, but a big one. 3 minutes of listening.
Все паузы включены в аудиозапись. Остановка и повторное воспроизведение аудиозаписи не предусмотрены. По окончании выполнения всего раздела аудирования перенесите свои ответы в бланк ответов номер 1. Задание 1. Вы услышите 6 высказываний. Установите соответствие между высказываниями каждого говорящего A, F и утверждениями, данными в списке 1.7. Используйте каждое утверждение, обозначенное соответствующей цифрой, только 1 раз. В задании есть одно лишнее утверждение. Вы услышите запись дважды. Занесите свои ответы в таблицу. У вас есть 20 секунд, чтобы ознакомиться с заданием.
Here it goes. Take notes, positive or negative, and they make your decisions. We might be surprised.
Now we are ready to start.
Here we go.
Speaker A.
I find it very difficult to do something in complete silence. I need some pleasant noise when I read, study, or do household chores. In my opinion, classical music is best for intellectual activity, and it has to be instrumental, no singing, just something quiet and meditative, like Debussy or Bach. Classical music is a perfect way to create a nice working atmosphere.
Speaker B.
What a mistake parents make when they teach their children to play a musical instrument. I was one of such poor, unfortunate kids. Do you think it made me like classical music? Ha! I hate it. All those hours of torture when you have to practice. And for what? To go on stage and play it once a year and make a...
Thanks for telling me it's about food, and I do apologize. I will play a different recording, and it's going to be about food this time. Sorry, my bad. Here it comes. Sorry.
Now we are ready to start. Speaker A.
I love cooking, and I love my kitchen. This is where I can express my creativity, my fantasy, my talent. I don't understand people who think that food is a mere necessity. I think that food should be fresh, beautiful, and tasty. All senses should be involved. One should admire the way food looks, smells, tastes, and also its texture. And then you can listen to what people say about it. Eating should be like going to a concert or a picture gallery, an experience to remember.
Speaker B.
When I see people spending hours in their kitchens cooking and eating, I can't help thinking they're wasting their lives. Life is so short, and there's so much to do, to see, to achieve. In my opinion, food is like gas to a car. It keeps us alive. It should be nutritious and quick, nothing fancy. I prefer cooking a big pot of soup or casserole that lasts me 5 days. This way, I can heat it up quickly whenever I'm hungry and not waste my precious time which I need for work and fun.
Speaker C.
Nowadays, when our environment is so damaged, it is especially important to eat good food that won't harm you. I always read the list of ingredients on packages of food that I buy. You wouldn't believe what I sometimes find among the ingredients of such simple foods as even bread or dried fruit. Often one needs a university degree in chemistry to understand what they write there. I make it a point to buy my food at farmers markets and to avoid processed foods.
Speaker D.
How tired I am of hearing at every corner, eat healthy. We only live once, you know, and I personally have a sweet tooth. There are so many different kinds of candy in the world. I take pride in the fact that I've tried most of them. And I'm not alone here. Remember Roald Dahl, the famous children's writer and author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? He loved candy too. He wrote articles about chocolates. If it was good for the author of Willy Wonka, it's good for me as well.
Speaker E.
Why would anyone want to eat meat? I'll never understand it. If you look at human jaws and teeth, it is obvious that they are not meant for eating meat. We are much closer to grass-eating animals like cows and sheep than to carnivores like wolves or tigers. So it is only natural that we feel a lot better eating a plant-based diet. It gives you lots of energy, makes you feel good, and provides you with vitamins Everything one needs to survive can be found in plants.
Speaker F.
I travel a lot. When other people buy and bring home souvenirs, I bring home new recipes. I love learning about new cuisines and trying new dishes, even if they might seem unpleasant at first glance, like eating insects or reptiles. No matter what, they are still worth trying. It gives me joy to see how different people are, and yes, I have to admit that I enjoy shocking my guests with my cooking. They know it and still come to try something daring.
You have 15 seconds to complete the task.
You don't have much time to complete the task. Put your answers in the chat box. If you don't know, put a question mark. So will it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? You choose. 20 seconds. Go for it. And this is the last task for today. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Okay, the last one. Somebody says 4, somebody says 6. Okay. 2, 5, 7, 1, 3, 4. Yeah, what you're doing is great. We have about 170 people in the room now. And from what I can see, only a few dozen are responding, which means the rest are either struggling and find it difficult or need more time, which is understandable because fast finishers, they usually finish quickly and then they're ready to go. If you're having difficulties, practice a little bit more. And now you know the drill, and a good idea here would be to listen to every little bit carefully and then try to understand what's happening in every little bit. And I would suggest start with general understanding. Is it positive or negative? What is it about? What's the main topic? Food or animals or pets or time machine or time travel? And then positive or negative? And then find the answer and take them bit by bit and check with the answer keys. So this would be the logical answer here. And of course, this is the correct answer. I'm giving you the correct answers, of course. And here they come. This is my Microsoft Word document. Here it comes. I'm afraid I do not see. I'll put it on the slide. It will take me a second. So here goes. Now you should be able to see it. Here it comes. Most of you who put in the chat box, you excelled and you did really well, which means you need to move on and you don't need to spend a lot of time on listening preparation, the first part. But the rest of you who needed more time and the second listening, which is understandable, a good idea would be to practice a bit more. And to practice this, a few tips. First, listen as much as you can. There are lots of podcasts and there are lots of videos. One of my favorites is EdTED. It's very short cartoons, 1, 2, 3 minutes, edted.com. TED conference as well, but EdTED clearly is quite entertaining and on different subjects, and it's very short cartoons, so take a look. This practice with and without timing, and practicing with and without timing is crucial because when practicing with timing, if you are having difficulties, it's difficult to improve. But without time limits, take it slowly, the way we did today earlier a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, this is practice. This is a typo. Practice, Kirill. Yeah, this is wrong letter. And the third one, this is stay positive. And I think just the more you practice, naturally, the better you become. But be smart here. Take a general approach from positive, negative, what it's about, and then going deeper and deeper and faster, depending on how you see it. В чате напишите, пожалуйста, по-русски или по-английски, что сегодня делали, чем сегодня занимались. Это последнее задание, которое нужно выполнить в чате. По-русски или по-английски. It's your choice, either in English or in Russian. What have we done today? How was it for you? What have we done today? Kirill, could you be more specific? Yeah, listening comprehension. Слушали. Something, yeah, listening practice. Okay. Пожалуйста, Гена. Станислав, подготовка к... Это не вкусные части. Вкусные части... Сейчас я вам покажу кое-чего. Yes, we have been reviewing task number 1. Exactly. Some tips, tools, and techniques. Yes. Yeah. Practice task 1 with listening again. And there are 3 parts. Now you know we've done the first one. Maximum you can get is 6 points. So this is the score you can get out of it. Okay. A little bit of understanding. Some of you, кто-то из вас обратился, написал про говорение. Ну, было не говорение, а слушание. Но если у вас, если вы хотите немножечко позаниматься устной частью, то скачайте приложение, называется ЕГЭ-жим, бесплатное в Android и в iOS тоже есть. И там можно прям с таймером или без таймера попрактиковаться, ничего не стоит. А если есть преподаватель, который готов вас выслушивать, то можно в мессенджере прям преподавателю отправить запись вашего голоса, и преподаватель сразу послушает и даст какую-то обратную связь. Кирилл, это зависит от величины мышцы и времени потрачено. У вас есть еще пару месяцев на то, чтобы накачать мышцу языка. Ребят, удачи вам. Видите, немножечко повезло тем, кто в 11 классе, в том смысле, что передвинули ЕГЭ, и можно сфокусироваться на том, с чем хочется позаниматься. Кому-то это русский, кому-то математика, а видите, кто-то и за английским пришел. Пожалуйста, если у вас есть какие-то вопросы или какие-то что-то непонятно, либо напишите мне, на сайте есть мой e-mail, либо найдите меня в соцсетях и тоже в Инстаграме, например. Все это достаточно несложно сделать. Спасибо большое, что пришли. Мой e-mail, мой Инстаграм Женя Бакин, как водится. И удачи вам в подготовке. Надеюсь, что было полезно. Спасибо. Спасибо большое. Всем пока. Я вам поставлю какую-нибудь интересную музычку. Вот, например, такую. Наверняка вы такого не слыхали. Но там интересные слова. Спасибо, спасибо всем. Удачи, пока. Времена года в следующий раз, может быть, в исполнении Жака Люсьера, он неплохо в джазе исполняет это. Марианна, я не знаю, возможно ли, но мне кажется, возможно, потому что будет видеозапись на Ютубе, насколько я понимаю. А расписание на сайте МПГУ, про это вам, я думаю, что сообщат в следующий раз. Но я вел только пока одно занятие, и, видимо, будут другие лекторы. Расписание в скором времени появится. Вот, расписание вышло. Песня называется «Мир, который мы знали, подходит к концу». Нет, это аквариум, это ранний аквариум. 87-й год. Ребят, спасибо, что пришли. Удачи вам и увидимся. Мы завершаем. Пока. Пока. Счастливо.